Okay, guys, we're back. The Fantastic Four. We got Jeff. We got Nick. We got Jose. The season's going to start. We're back in the season 2025, Miami Dolphins. We're old hardcore fans. And I'm going to throw it right out there. Nobody remember. I don't even remember who we drafted on the first round. Nothing happened in free agency. Spring training has been injury after injury. Now Detroit's throwing shade at us like crazy.
And
Nick,
so, and so I
the
think
first
that
question is to you. How bad is this season going to suck?
hey, don't forget the Detroit Lions linebacker is also calling us soft,
Yep, yep.
right? Which isn't far off. I mean, what can you say when you're injured in practice? In practice, we're
What's
losing
up with the
people.
conditioning in Florida?
I mean, we have one of the best facilities in the league, and we're dropping like flies in practice. I mean,
All right, well, let's stick to this soft thing for a moment.
okay, let's go.
Last year, we were hearing it from some teams that the Dolphins were soft. This is nothing new with
No.
this team under this regime.
You know what? It is, Tony. It's a reflection of our coach, right? Our coach wears knickers on the sidelines, right? The guy's super soft. He's passive. I don't, good offense. I mean, the offense was kind of good this week, but you know what? The team isn't hard and they're not tough. And that's that one element that they miss. And if we had John Gruden,
You
come
know,
Well,
we're not going to see any of that
we're never
until
going
the
to see
season
John
starts.
Gruden coaching in the
Well,
NFL
that
again.
either.
Okay, forget that. Don't even bring his name up.
but
It's
if
not
we
worth
had him, this team
it.
would be same personnel, right? Nobody would be getting hurt.
Yeah. Sticking with the softness. Last
Soft.
year we saw it. I was watching, the first preseason game against the Bears. You only watch in the first preseason game. You only watch the first quarter because after that, nothing happens. It's interesting. And the Dolphins, they march right down the field to go, all right, this offense looks great. First and goal, nothing. Four times they tried it and they couldn't punch it in. Soft, soft.
No, I'm glad that they didn't punch it in. I'm glad that they didn't just drive down there and punch it in because this gives them something to work on. This goal line offense, trying to get a yard, that's where they've struggled over the last few years. And it wasn't just under McDaniel. Brian Flores, who's probably the hardest coach in the league, uh, still couldn't punch it in. So I actually like the fact that they didn't punch it in and they did four plays, and it gives them something to go back and look at and work on. So now they got a chip on their shoulder. So when they get down to the 1 yard line this week, they're going to punch it in because they've been working on it all week long.
Oh,
I can
you're
already tell you.
way optimistic compared to me. Because last year they couldn't punch it in. Last year they were called soft and they didn't get better.
Oh, they're much better. We
I,
have we have an entirely new offensive line. You guys cried and moaned and bitched about the offensive line, and we have to do something with Austin Jackson out for the game. The entire offensive line was new. We have the biggest left side, the left tackle and left guard. They're huge.
Mhm.
Our left tackle is 6'7", 330 pounds, and has no fat. He has no belly. He's huge and he's strong. And when Tua went back to throw, it was like a wall on that left side. Tua
yeah,
was
he looked
actually
good.
stopped for a second and looked at him like, damn, they're blocking.
You know what? You're right.
Nick, you've been
That
silent.
whole,
Come on.
honestly, that whole left side was freaking me out.
Come on, Nick. Nick, I want to hear from you. I want to hear. Are the Dolphins soft?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. They just don't play hard. But I don't think you're going to learn anything different in the preseason because this is when you find out who wants to be on the team and who's going to show up and be a shining star. Like Gordon, he looked pretty good in that first game, right? Looks
Yeah.
like he can be the number 2 guy. I don't think he was expected to be the number 2, but it looks like he could be the number 2 for those third and shorts or any of that other stuff. But you're gonna have the same problems when it comes to play calling. Who was it? Zach Wilson, when they did that rollout play action to the left, he's a right-handed quarterback. Why would you not switch that to run it to the right side, to his dominant side? It's stuff like that
Well,
is going to hurt us.
my argument would be your starting quarterback is left-handed, so we're still going to practice a left-handed offense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you got in there. That was the one good thing I liked about the game is that Zach Wilson looked pretty sharp out there.
He didn't look great. A 3-yard pass.
He didn't look great, but he didn't. Hey, compared to the last couple of backup quarterbacks the Dolphins had, okay, it was like, remember last year Tua got hurt, the season was over. This year, hey, maybe we might pull out a few with Zach Wilson. But
somebody was posting, the thing about Skylar Thompson, who's he playing for now, the Steelers or somebody, and him looking all world in preseason. Every preseason, Skylar Thompson looks like a Super Bowl champion, no matter what team he's playing for. With the Dolphins, he looked all world. And then, he comes in the game in a regular season and stinks up the place. Skylar Thompson looks great in the preseason. He always does.
Well, always remember in the now in the NFL in the preseason, what a quarterback does in the third or fourth quarter, he's playing against the schlubs. Okay.
He's also got schlubs in front of him too. Yeah. They're playing behind the line that's going to be at the unemployment line at the end of the week. They're going to UPS applying a driver position.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know that, I bought my very first jersey
back
that I bought. Yeah, was a Fitzpatrick jersey, right? And then before you knew it, he was gone. Right? I got to pull out my jersey and he's back.
That's not the Fitzpatrick jersey I get.
This is the one I'm wearing all season right here.
Not a jersey.
I do have a Dolphin jersey, but that's packed away. I don't even touch it. That's my Larry Zonka jersey.
I want to go back to what Nick was saying about Ollie Gordon. Right? Ollie Gordon looked like a man amongst boys. That guy can run, and he's a punishing running back. I'm excited. If our offensive line gets it together, right, and plays like it did in the first quarter of the preseason game, and we're running, but with Ollie,
well, he's our third down back. I think.
He's the Punisher, right? I like him. You got it's going to be what do they always call it? Thunder and lightning, right? We're going to have thunder and lightning as far as running backs are concerned, and Ollie's going to be doing some punishing. So, if I was excited about anything, is when I was going, who's that guy? Oh, look at that move! I was no. Yeah, I like Ollie Gordon. He's a good running back. I like him.
I'm noticing nobody's talking about the defense though.
Defense is outstanding.
I was surprised with the secondary. I'm gonna be. I thought the secondary was going to be the weakness, and it was going to get the third down. It could be a first down, third down to 20, first down, third down to 15, first down, third down to 10, first down. Right? That's what I was expecting. That didn't.
Wait, do that again, Jose. That was cute. Do that again. Come on, do that.
Third and 10, first down. Right? And that didn't happen. I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw with the secondary of the Miami Dolphins. It's almost starting to be like, as fans, the hype machine starts. We got running backs. Secondary doesn't look that bad. The linebackers look good, right? We got a chance.
That's the problem with training camp and preseason. everybody goes, "Oh, this guy's great. This
The
guy's
hype,
great."
man. The
There's
hype
there's
is
always
off.
one or two players that, like, during the preseason, you go, "Oh man, he's going to be a Hall of Famer." Then when the season starts, he's not even on the team,
Right.
and nobody ever hears him again.
Right. Ollie
the,
Gordon's going to be there, though. I'm going to tell you.
the secondary did well, but then again, they were playing a preseason game, the first preseason game against the Bears.
I guess my question is, was the Bears playing their first string
No.
offense?
None.
None
of it.
Well, I can tell you why the secondary looks so good.
There lies the issue, right?
Our defensive line, our front seven, our linebackers. I think in my opinion, we're going to have the best defensive line in the NFL. These guys are going to be impossible to block. We got our first round pick, Kenny G. They call him Kenny G because he plays the clarinet. But I mean, if you look in the dictionary and look up the word nose tackle, they got a picture of Kenny Grant. This guy looks like a nose tackle. This guy, his neck is bigger than his head. He is huge, and he's impossible to block. So who are you going to double team? You're going to double team Chop. You're going to double team Chubb. You're going to double team Sealer, Zach Sealer. This guy's unstoppable. I mean, whoever they double team, yeah, the other guys are going to be there in a fraction of a second. And that's why the secondary looks so good, because they only have to cover for 2, maybe 3 seconds. That's it.
They just got to work about timing.
We're at the quarterback.
Yeah.
Wait. I got a question for you, Jeff. They call him Kenny G because he plays the what?
The clarinet.
NFL players.
They call him Kenny G because his name is Kenny Grant.
Okay.
I made up the clarinet part.
You made that up?
The other Kenny G plays the clarinet.
No, Kenny G plays the saxophone.
That's a clarinet, man.
Hey, you should know that because that's all you play in your car is Kenny G.
Disappointing.
All you play is that Jack Johnson Love Boat song over and over again. The Love Boat.
Hey, get off my case. You know I'm a Swiftie.
Swifties.
I'm more of a Miley Cyrus guy.
I'm more of a Myers.
All right. This show is basically a preseason show because, like in everything else, preseason, we're just guessing. We're just, we won't know until that first game. Again, who's against the Colts, I believe it is, the first game of the season. Yes. You're not there to practice. It used to be a preseason games were kind of important. They're becoming less and less important, and I see most teams just kind of experimenting and trying a few things different. But I mean, Tua is probably not even going to play this week against Detroit. Why would you play him? Why risk it?
I get one drive.
Yeah, why risk getting him hurt? We all the veterans, we already know what they could do. So why risk it?
I think whatever linebacker is throwing shade from Detroit better have their head on a swivel come game time, because I think they're going to be headhunting for that guy. Find out how soft we are.
It's Dan Campbell's revenge tour.
Yeah.
Find out when Big Jonah lands on top of him, 330 pounds. We'll see how soft he is. Also, with very little body fat. These guys are 6'6", 6'7", 330 pounds, like very little body fat. I mean, these guys can move. The footwork on these guys, they run like a deer. I can't wait to see this offensive line. I am really excited about the offensive line. I am.
And you know what? Didn't Tariq and Jalen Waddle, they sat out the game, right?
Didn't play.
But wasn't Malik and Taj Washington, both of them Washingtons?
Washington.
They look pretty good.
They actually look pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. I mean, we have depth at wide receiver.
But again, the offense is built for 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's what I love about preseason.
Yep.
At the end of last year, this team sucked. They lost to the Jets. Okay, they sucked. during the offseason, they didn't do crap. Okay. But now we're like, yay, we got a great defense. We got a great offense going all the way. This team hasn't won a playoff game this millennia. Okay.
I think we're the only team that hasn't won a playoff game.
The Browns have won a playoff game. Okay. The Browns, the Jaguars, the Carolina Panthers. Okay. But hey,
it's hard being a Dolphin fan.
Miami Dolphins,
especially when the crosstown hockey team is just killing it, right? I mean, they're laying down a legacy like there's no tomorrow, right? And at the end of the day, there's got to be some pressure on the ownership, on the general managers, the players, the coaches, because at the end of the day, right, if you look across town, the Marlins are doing great. The Panthers are doing great. The UM looks like they're stacked this year, right? So there's a lot of pressure on this team to bring something to this city, and it's about time. They need to at least win a playoff. Get to the playoffs.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
But I gotta point out that Stephen Ross. The Dolphins haven't won a playoff game in 25 years, but that stadium still sells out.
100%.
So if they win, he doesn't make any more money.
Hey, you know what, Tony, here's the thing is they don't even need the whole look, we're not going to get 60, 70,000 Dade County, Broward County, Miami Dolphin fans in that stadium. What you're going to get is about 20, 30,000. Right. And then the other team is going to have a destination game. Yeah. And Green Bay is going to show up, or Pittsburgh is going to show up, or, one of those teams from up north, anywhere in the United States. Everybody wants to come to Miami.
I'm going to show up.
The case with the Dolphins.
Miami. So it's easier for Ross because he has a destination game. Yeah. Every time he's at home, right? It's not just the fans here in Dade County or Broward County or Florida. It's also the fans that are coming to spend the weekend in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, the Keys, that kind of thing, and make a small vacation out of it.
Well, Miami's
you mean you're not planning your vacations to go to Buffalo, New York?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Niagara Falls, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Go there in December.
But you're not going to get a ticket.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you live in Green Bay, you can't get a ticket to a Packers game. But then again, if you can't get a ticket to the Packers game, what are you doing? You're staying home watching it because there ain't nothing else to do in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Okay, same with Buffalo in December. If you're in Buffalo December and you see the schedule they're playing in Miami, I'm hopping on a plane.
Yeah, you book
with the snow coming. I'm out.
Miami's always been a destination.
Hotel, you're booking it. You're looking to do. You play.
The only time you don't see a lot of people from out of town at Joe Robbie Stadium is when they play a team from California. When the Niners come, you don't see a lot of Niners fans or Rams, Rams or Raiders fans because they don't have. Well, you always see Raiders fans everywhere because they're everywhere, but you don't see a lot of Charger fans, some of that because they're not going to fly across the country. But Jets fans, Philadelphia, New England, always this place gets back with those guys.
100%.
I hate Jets fans.
And if I had season tickets to the Dolphins and some guy from Buffalo offered me more than what I paid for them and double the price, here you go. I got to watch it on TV. All right, guys, we got one more. We got a couple more preseason games. We'll talk about that next week. But right off the bat, the season's starting. Quick predictions. Jose, what's the Dolphin record? They're going to make the playoffs? Yes or no?
This year? No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking playoffs.
No playoffs.
Playoffs.
Do they beat the Jets?
They beat the Jets twice.
Okay.
We're going to sweep the Jets, right? But we're not making the playoffs.
Right. Jeff, do they make the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Do they win a playoff game?
Well, I don't even be a home playoff game, but my prediction is 11-6.
Whoa, that's a good one. That's a good one. Nick, they make the playoffs?
They're making the playoffs.
They're making the playoffs.
We're making the playoffs.
Okay.
We're winning the division.
They're winning the division.
Yes, we're winning the division.
Girl.
4-2 in the division. We're gonna go.
winning the division. Wow. Over the Bills?
Yep.
Over the Bills.
Over
Yep, we're gonna pass them up.
The restructure.
All right, Tony, what's your
All
prediction?
the
My prediction, I'm going to be just like Dre. I'm going to go even more.
Super
This team's
Bowl.
going to make everybody forget the 72 Dolphins.
That's
They're going
crazy.
undefeated. They're going to finish with the number one offense and number one defense. Okay.
All
Then they're
right.
going to win the Super Bowl. And then the NFL is going to decide that's it. We're shutting down. Nothing could ever be better.
Two
No, the
Miami
Dolphins aren't making the playoffs this year, and they're going to have a hard time keeping from coming in last in their division against the Jets. I'm the bad guy here.
The Patriots have spent.
I hope I'm wrong.
They
The
spent a
Patriots
lot
have
of
gotten better, and Buffalo's still good.
Yep.
Right now, the battle's going to be between Miami and New York for third place in the AFC East.
But really, the question is, does 10 wins get you into the playoffs? Right? Because
That's tough. No, I don't know.
Because that's we're gonna if we don't win the division, and we probably won't, unless something happens to like Josh Allen, right? So if Josh Allen goes down, then it's wide open, right?
Yeah.
And,
well, that's the thing with the NFL. One injury can ruin a season.
That's right. And so then it's wide open, and then we're hosting a game all of a sudden, right? So that would be amazing. But I don't. Josh Allen's a pretty tough son of a bitch, so I don't think he's going down. So that really means we got to get a wild card, right? So the question is does 10 games get you the wild card position? That's really the question. I don't think they're going to win 10 games.
That's why I said 11-7, because I don't think 10 will get us in.
That'll be tough. That's the other problem. When you do get a wild card game, you're usually on the road and going to Kansas City or to Pittsburgh or places like that in January.
Minus 10-degree weather.
Yeah.
12-5, we win the division.
12-5. All right. Oh God, the gummies kicked in, huh?
I gotta be optimistic. I'm trying. I mean, our kicker and punter are still doing their job, so at least someone's on track.
Yeah.
We have the best kicker in the league, I think.
Yes,
we do have a good kicking team. We do have a good thing.
So the punter position is wide open.
Oh yeah, there's an actual battle between I forgot who that new guy is.
Stonehouse.
I can't remember his name.
Stonehouse.
Well, we got a new special teams coach, and he seems to be on the ball because we had big returns on kickoffs and punts. We had blocking assignments that were down, and it was also reported that Mike McDaniel is actually showing his face in the special teams meeting rooms. He's becoming more involved.
Yay.
I see you guys are impressed with it.
Get ready. There's going to be laterals and flips and all types of crazy shit.
There's going to be motion, a lot of motion.
Coach gets no respect now, man. He's like, you roll out a couple of years, you develop a soft reputation, and coach until he wins something big, and this has got to be the year for him. I think. I think there's a lot here for management, the operations, and there's a lot rolling on Greer, and there's a lot rolling on McDaniel, and this year they better produce. They better do 11-6 or 11-5, whatever it is, right? And they better win a playoff game, or we're not going to see those two guys next year.
McDaniels, yes, his job as head coach is on the line, but then he also knows if he does get laid off, he's got a job anywhere as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he'll get picked up right away. Greer,
done good enough.
Greer's got to go. I'll say it now before the season starts. He's got to go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the Fantastic Four. We got Jeff, we got Jose. Do that head move again, Jose. And Nick. Like us, subscribe, drop us some comments. We'll be back after the next exciting preseason game next week against Detroit.
when Dan Campbell kicks our ass.
Well, another vacation destination, Detroit.
There you go.
I love Detroit this time of year.
Yeah, hey,
Oh, hockey.